Finally, some peace and quiet.
What the hell are you doing, Jukes?
I'm on my lunch break, Chief.
Ah, forget about that. We just got a big case. It's from way up high. You know that big oil pipeline they've been building over at the Rocky Mountains?
I don't follow the news that much.
Well, you better start. One of the protesters from some small town along the construction route went missing, and this media circus started creating all kinds of theories. My phone hasn't stopped ringing since this thing went public. Senators from both parties, lobbyists, CEOs, you name it. Everybody's on the edge. I told them I'd put my best man on the job.
I really appreciate your trust on this, Chief. I won't let you down.
Don't try your tight five on me, Jukes. All the best detectives are assigned to important cases. You're all I have left. You have about 50% clearance rate. You've never showed any initiative, but never broke any rules either. In fact, you might be the most average detective this office has ever seen. I don't know whether to fire you or give you a medal.
Thanks, Chief. I'll get on that as soon as I finish my lunch.
Lunch is for case closers, Jukes. Get your ass to Twin Lakes. Now!
I like this already.
Who is the missing person?
Some woman named Tammy Taylor. Looks like she was leading a protest group against the oil company. They were popular on the social media. Now we have some hashtag detectives trying to solve what happened to her without leaving their homes.
What can you tell me about the town?
It's just some one-horse town in the middle of nowhere. This is probably the only excitement they had in years.
Thank you, Focus.
Senators, huh? What makes this case so high profile?
Some people speculate that the oil company might have played a part in the disappearance. These are just rumors. Don't go around making wild accusations while you're there. Anyway, the investors call in on the campaign donations, then the politicians call me. You know how it works.
What can you tell me about the case?
Like I told you, a protester went missing. It happened just as the construction reached her town, so it raised a lot of eyebrows. Locals will fill you in on the details.
I don't think these two are relevant to this conversation.
Can I help you with something?
I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I've been assigned here to solve a missing person case.
Ah, God damn it. Those media assholes. I appreciate you coming all this way and all, but I assure you everything is under control. You can just go back to the city. We got this.
I'm sure you do, but since I'm already here, I might as well take a look around, if you don't mind.
Do what you like. Talk to Deputy Jones if you need anything. I'll be in my office.
What a warm welcome.
Welcome to Twin Lakes, Detective. I'm Deputy Ethan Jones. How can I help you today?
Well, you can start by filling me in on the case.
We don't have a lot of details. Tammy Taylor, a local woman, was reported missing by her mother 2 days ago. Sheriff thinks she's just doing this to cause drama.
Why?
Well, you see, they've been building this oil pipeline in town. Some of the locals organized a protest group. They've been causing trouble ever since.
Did you speak to the family and friends?
The sheriff said we didn't need to. He says she'll run back home when she's finally bored. If you want to talk to them, you can find the father, Rick, at the gas station. Her mother, Karen, is probably at the community center. She's been holding a vigil for her daughter. You can also try to speak to the protesters. They turned an old trailer over by the old mill road into an office.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Good luck, Detective. I'm sure the sheriff's right and there's nothing to solve, but if you need a search warrant, come see me. I'll call the judge and sort that out for you.
Right.
Thanks.
Search warrant. I'll come see you.
Good hunting.
Guys are useless. Won't even search thinking that this person just ran off. That's very helpful. This town doesn't feels already pretty nice. Doggy.
Good boy.
Yes! We can praise the dog, but I want to pet the dog. I want to pet the dog. Let me pet the dog. Let me pet the dog. Let me pet the dog.
Good boy.
Yes, we have another game where we can interact with the dog. This game is 10 out of 10. The other graphics could use a little bit of help. Everybody looks like a clay man walking, but it's fine. Oh, fast travel. Okay, so we have to go to the gas station, and then okay, so the gas station is where? Over here.
I'll wait a couple of weeks. It'll be cheaper.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Welcome to Twin Lakes, Detective.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Certainly. Rick Taylor at your service. You can find me at the end of the Williams Road, if I'm not at work, which doesn't happen often. It's right near the big lake. Best house in town. Can't miss it.
I've already noticed one thing, and I know you guys have probably noticed this too if your ears are perked up, and that is that the audio sometimes cuts off. That's they did the audio doesn't wait for people to finish their sentences, which is something I've seen and heard happen in a few games.
What can you tell me about Twin Lake?
It's a quiet little town.
Like that,
Lived
just
here
there.
all my life. Never saw anything bad happen.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Rick Taylor, as you know. I own this gas station. I'm also building those lake houses you might have seen. You might say I'm the town entrepreneur. Not that there's much competition.
Lake House is right next to an oil pipeline. Interesting.
That's right. You can fill your boat up right from the source. I'm just fooling around. There won't actually be any fuel stations. People are very litigious these days.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's my daughter. I know you will follow any leads regardless of what I say. But I don't think my daughter is missing. My wife is overreacting, as always. Tammy always had a bad habit of running away for a few days and coming back like nothing even happened.
Any idea where she might be this time?
If you ask me, I'd say she's currently visiting some college friends.
Do you know which friends?
Not really. If you think it would help, feel free to search her old room at our house. Just take a left before you enter the main street, and it'll take you right to our house.
Okay.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
There was this big commotion about her house burning down a few days ago.
You don't seem too worried, sir.
Now, I'm not saying she did it herself, although knowing my daughter, she may have done a burning the ships, a promise to herself that she's never coming back here again. She's dramatic like that. Anyway, I own the land. We won't be pressing charges.
So he's not bothered about her burning down her own house because she's basically burning, well, he says burning the ships, or over here we say burning bridges. I find it strange that she burns down her house, or allegedly burns down her house, and then she disappears 3 days later, and these people aren't even that concerned.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I suspect she'll be back in no time.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
Just some kids trying to anger their parents. No need to worry about them. Apparently, adulthood starts at 35 these days.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
She wanted to move out and stand on her own legs. Unlike my other daughter, who's content to live off me forever. Anyway, don't worry about the fire. It was just an old trailer. She wasn't even inside. Nothing of value was lost.
It's still weird. Very weird. So now we need to go to the church. So if we go down this way, we'll find the church. So it's a straight line. This direction. This does not look like a church. This does not feel like a church.
Never too late to atone for your sins.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
You are most welcome in this house of God, my son. The donation box is next to the door.
Yuck.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm a mere shepherd guiding my flock to find God and make a profit. I lead the dividend of the Christ Church. Perhaps you have seen our videos online.
Not really, no.
I did have a troubled past where I only took and took. When I was locked up, God showed me the way to take as well as give back. That's what I do now.
No, I don't think you do.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
A lost community that needs salvation. Thank the Lord I'm here to provide it. Most of my flock are online these days. So I moved here from Chicago for the low cost of living.
How did you come by this church?
I bought it for a modest price. The last priest was accused of misdoings and had a lot of lawyers' fees to pay. That's why online church is the safest.
Really?
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
I'm sorry to say she wasn't a churchgoer. Those who don't follow the Lord will find themselves 6 feet under, with no light to guide them.
That's harsh.
It's easy to fix. Get a crucifix flashlight from our website for only $19.99.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
I did not. My one-on-one sessions take too much of my time to pay attention to the town drama.
You should be paying attention to the town. The town is part of this.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I'm sure her mother will answer all the questions you have. She is the biggest donor the church has in this town. I wish I could help her. She set up a vigil at the community center.
You can help her by being there with her.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
I only wish that she is safe. I hope it's not arson. That's a serious felony that'll ruin your life. Up to 12 years.
What makes you say it was arson?
Since this construction started, our gas has been cut off more often than not. So gas buildup and explosion is unlikely. I'm sure she's not a smoker. Her mother would surely buy her the Quit Smoking Through Jesus package we offer.
You sure know a lot about this, Father.
Burning a house down to collect insurance is a serious crime, my son. Insurance inspectors will see right through that.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
I do not follow such earthly matters.
Right. Yeah. This isn't a church. It's a scam. That's a scam and a half. I need to go to the town hall. No, the community center. Nobody's here. It's usually a vigil.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Finally! What took you so long? Do you have any idea how long we have been waiting? She could be dead now because of you.
No. That's irrational. It's not because of me.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Yes, I'm Karen Taylor, Tammy's mother. We have a house at the end of Williams Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I have been calling your office since Tammy's house was on fire. My baby's house burned down, and she is nowhere to be found. Nobody is even investigating. I asked for the best detectives. Are you the best they had? Are you one of those genius detectives?
Ma'am, I'm sorry to say, I'm not some magical detective that's gonna smoke a pipe and look at some fabric to find out who the killer is. However, I promise you, I will do anything in my power to find your daughter.
That's good. At least somebody cares.
It's okay, man, because the guy playing Sammy Jukes is an awesome detective, and it has quite a background on cases. You'll be just fine. This whole thing is fishy.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's just another unremarkable small town that nobody cares about.
All the more suspicious.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's been very busy ever since she moved back into town. Her old stuff is in our house if you need to take a look.
Yes, that could help. What was she busy with?
For one thing, she is an activist working with the anti-oil group. That caused a lot of friction with the oil people. She would sometimes go camping by herself. I don't think that's it this time. She always told me before going, this is something different.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Nobody seems to care. The sheriff won't move his butt to do anything. That deputy is as useless as a hat on a moose. Nobody is looking for my baby.
I am.
They said her phone was at home while it burned, yet she wasn't there. Who would leave their phone at home in this day and age?
That is suspicious.
She has a point.
Who would know more about Tammy?
She was always very popular. You can talk to her high school friends, Aiden and Samantha. Then there's all the no more oil people.
Okay.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
If I did, I would do something about it.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
There is no real fire station in town. Some of the men gather in the volunteers department. They could barely put out the fire. Nobody knows how it started. Only thing we know is she wasn't inside, thank the Lord.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They are Tammy's little group. Hattie's boy, Greg, and that orange boy are with her. Also, some other people I never met.
That orange boy, huh? That orange boy. Interesting. Interesting. Right. How do I get...
This keypad needs a jolt of power. This is a private area.
I wasn't sleeping.
Sure.
I have more questions.
Welcome back, Detective. I hope you won't be here too long. We wouldn't want those city boys missing you.
Our town has seen better days.
Save the trees!
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Hello, Detective. How can I help?
Could you tell me your name and address?
My name is Mike Normal, and I live at Old Mill Road, across from the No More Oil office.
Okay.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm just in town to protest this billion-dollar piece of infrastructure project.
You have a very odd way of talking.
I'm just a normal guy. Ha ha!
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
I'm only in town to support my associates in violent protest. No more oil. That's the motto.
You don't seem violent.
You just wait. Wink, wink.
Why did you say wink instead of just winking?
You notice all the details.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
I'm only in town to support my associates in violent protest.
You don't seem...
You just...
Why did you...
You notice all...
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's the real head of our organization here in Twin Lakes.
I thought you were more of a collective.
Nope, she's the top dog. Greg is second in command.
And you?
Oh, I'm just a guy helping out. Don't mind me.
Right.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's the real head of our organization here in Twin Lakes.
I thought you were more of a collective.
Nope, she's...
And
Oh, I'm just a guy...
have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
I'm sure you'll find her soon, Detective.
That doesn't answer the question.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It'll never get finished if we have a say in it.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil Group?
We are at war with the American oil industry.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
I'm sure it was just a gas leak or something. Don't worry, be happy is what I always say.
You don't seem like a guy who says that.
Ha! You should be a comedian, Detective.
Alright.
The post office is closed.
I'm really tired of holding this sign.
Welcome to Twin Lakes, Mr. Jukes.
You look pleasant.
Could you tell me your name and address?
We can skip the formalities, Detective. I'm sure you made your research before coming here.
Well, yeah, the car ride was kind of bumpy, you know. I had to look at the road, so...
Never mind that. I'm Deborah Cash. I live at Cash Manor near the Moose Lake. It's a private road. I'd appreciate it if you stayed clear.
You bet, ma'am. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm the mayor of Twin Lakes. You could call me Senator Cash if you don't want to wait until the midterms.
Ugh.
I can wait. What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
Thanks to my business-friendly policies, Twin Lakes is well on her way to becoming the new center of commerce and industry in the state.
That's quite an achievement, ma'am.
Sarcasm doesn't suit you, Detective. You should stick to being professional.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We were so heartbroken to hear about Miss Taylor's case. I'm sure with your help, our local PD will find her in no time.
Have you been looking for her too?
I've authorized the sheriff to use every resource our town has to find Miss Taylor as soon as possible.
I take that as a no. I love these people.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Unfortunately, I'm quite busy with the election campaign to help you out on that.
Why is it just so hard to say no?
Who would know more about Tammy?
We are a tightly knit community of hard workers here in Twin Lakes. With cooperation and determination, we can overcome this situation.
Well, you got my vote, but that doesn't really answer my question.
Yeah.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I don't suspect anyone. That's your job to tell.
Right.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Thanks to my efforts, the oil company changed course and decided to build the pipeline in Twin Lakes. Land value has been doubled, even tripled. Not to mention all the jobs that were created, it's the best thing that happened in this town.
Won't the town be demolished?
Only the old unnecessary parts. Rest will be made great again in short time.
Right.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
Our volunteer fire department took care of that in no time, once again proving we don't need that big government overhead dragging us down. Twin Lakes takes care of its own.
In other words, I didn't help at all, is what she's saying. You're a piece of work.
I have more.
I don't actually. Let me leave, please. Thank you. These people.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Sure, go ahead.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Earl Williams. I live right across the shop.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm the town mechanic. I know what you're thinking. How does he work with one arm?
What happened to your arm?
Funny thing, actually. I have lost it at the local bar over some dumb bet. I know it's not exactly your job, but if you could get my arm back from Scott, I'd be really grateful. The bar is at the end of the park road.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll even help you out with some two-arm requiring jobs. It's prosthetic, but it works just like the real thing. Also, take whatever you need from the garage or the house.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's the best place to go fishing if you're not hungry.
Why not?
Oh, lake's been dredged a few years ago looking for a dead body. Didn't find anything, but the chemicals killed almost all the fish.
Oh no, that's interesting.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Missing? Where did she go?
I don't know yet.
Well, you better find her.
Very helpful, thank you. Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
It's colder than usual for this time of year.
So?
It's unusual, like you said.
Who would know more about Tammy?
She's in the tree club with my son Greg. He's smart as a whip. I bet he can help you out.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
Maybe the wolves got her?
Wolves?
I hope not.
Wolves?
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
That's my boy Greg's little club.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Terrible for the fish. They dump all kinds of junk into the lake.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It was old Billy Walker's trailer once. Maybe it's cursed. That whole Walker family is cursed.
How so?
You'll see them when you meet them. One of them lives over by that baseball field.
Where can I find your arm again?
It's at Scott's Bar. Follow the street from right around here. It's right before the lumber yard.
Welcome to Twin Lakes Supermarket.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
I really don't want to talk about my sister again.
Well, you're going to have to.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Mary Lynn Taylor. I live with my parents at Williams Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I work at the grocery store. Ugh, I hate myself for saying that.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
This place is disgusting.
Okay.
She's my stupid sister. I bet she's not missing at all. Probably just left and never told anybody.
Well, I take it you're not very close?
Is it that obvious that I hate her for ruining my life?
How did she ruin your life?
She spent all the money Daddy had on some dumb art college. Now I can't afford to leave this freaking town.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Yes, it's very unusual how she gets like all the attention. She's so basic. I could have been an artist or whatever too if we didn't go broke paying for Tammy's art school in New York.
Who would know more about Tammy?
Everybody knows her. She made sure of that.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I suspect her. She's just doing this to get attention. She's been known to take off and not tell anybody. Ever since she was little, she would just go off camping in the forest without telling our parents and come back the next day like nothing.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
It's just another one of my sister's parties that I'm not invited to.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
I don't care about that.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
I bet she did it herself for the insurance money.
Okay. Well, you have no. Okay, so we have a sister who hates her sister. So in short, nobody has looked for her. Sister thinks she's doing it for attention. Father thinks she'll come home when she's ready. Sheriff doesn't care. Yeah. Great sign.
I can make things shiny.
No reflection, we're a vampire.
I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
I'm like busy right now.
No, you're not.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Samantha Cash. I live in the pink house next to the park. Don't you come to my house like a pervert, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you don't need to talk like that.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm the pink bubble. Don't you have internet?
Huh? What?
God, you must be like 1,000 years old. I'm like the 5th most famous internet personality in my area code.
5th?
I hate those cats.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's like the most boring place on earth. I'm out of here as soon as I hit 1 million followers.
How many do you have now?
258.
It's very exciting to meet a celebrity. What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Tam Tam, she is like my best friend. I can't believe she's missing. I posted 10 times already. Hashtag sad.
Ugh.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
2 days ago, I was here taking some nighttime photos, and I heard gunshots coming from the other side of Long Lake.
Where exactly?
Like, near the construction and stuff.
Did you report it to the sheriff?
Ew, I don't want to talk to that pig.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I'm like her BFF.
Then you would.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
She would never leave this town without telling me first. I haven't heard from her forever.
How long is forever?
Like 2 days. If something happens to her, I will be sad forever. So go find her!
Alright. Sheesh.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
That's Tammy's little cause. I find it boring. I think she should leave that to garbage people and make videos with me.
Oh. I see. So you're self-centered, just like your mother.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
They make so much noise sometimes, it ruins my videos.
Learn noise suppression. It works.
Yes, like 2 days ago. Bam, bam, bam! Right across the park at the other side of the Long Lake.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
I just don't understand why she ever lived in that crappy trailer. I asked her to move in with me, but she said no. Now that she's homeless, she has to come stay with me.
Okay. What an interesting bunch of people so far. I still need to go to the bar. The bar is... it's over here. So I'd have to go back around. Okay. Sheesh, people in this town are a piece of work.
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
People are such a piece of work in this game. So it seems there are some houses that you need permission. There are some houses that...
I need to get permission or obtain
Yeah.
a warrant to enter this house. Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Welcome to Twin Lakes Bank. Are you here for a reverse mortgage?
No.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Laura Carter, Old Mill Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I work at the bank. Do you need a loan?
Not right now.
Thankfully, no.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
What's the point? It won't be here for long.
Why is that?
The pipeline goes right through the town, so most of it will be demolished soon. Only thing left will be some lakeside land. Most of us got a good settlement to move away.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's my niece. My sister spoiled her too much. She's never in one place for too long. Always has some different cause she's fighting for.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
My daughter says I don't listen. I guess she's right.
Wow. Well, that's helpful.
Who would know more about Tammy?
Other than her parents, I can't really say.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
If she had a loan payment, I bet the bank would find her in no time.
Wow, you're very helpful.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil Group?
Nothing much.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It's been really good for me. They made a generous offer to buy my house. I'm sure the others got good deals as well. That's why you only see the young people protesting. They should have moved out a long time ago. This town doesn't even have a school.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
Not really.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
Not really.
You're very unhelpful.
Whoa! Fire!
Uh-oh. Well, I need a fire extinguisher.
You don't look like you need rehab.
Thanks.
This is a private area. Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Oh. Hello, handsome.
Yikes.
Could you tell me your name and address?
I'm Angela Carter. I live with my mom at the Old Mill Road. It's the cream-colored house behind the town hall.
Cool.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I run the rehab. I just work all day saving people from drugs.
You sound very humble.
You like that, don't you?
Don't talk like that.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's an okay town. Not everywhere has people like me working for the community. Twin Lakes is so lucky.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We're cousins, but we're close like sisters. She always got along with everybody. I can't imagine anyone not liking her.
Except her sister.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Not really. It's been a normal week.
Who would know more about Tammy?
She knows the seedy underbelly of this innocent-looking town better than anybody. I'm just joking. She hangs out with the oil activists. It's her latest cause.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I don't believe anybody from the town would hurt her. If something bad happened to her, it must be from those out-of-towners. Maybe those oil people kidnapped her.
What makes you think that?
It's just like the plot of Angry 88. They kidnap this brilliant woman scientist because she has so much dirt on the company.
Does she get away?
No, she dies. Tammy would find a way to escape. She's very resourceful. Don't worry.
Right.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They're so serious and annoying. I hope Tammy gets over that and finds a different hobby.
You're not worried about half the town getting
I'll just move away. Plus, they're paying everybody so much money to buy their land. They offered us twice the market value for my mother's house.
That's interesting.
That's why nobody cares about the pipeline. We'll move away to bigger houses in St. Newman's.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Not much.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
No.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It was so weird. There was a loud bang, and then it went up in flames.
So you've heard an explosion?
I guess.
Well, what I think so far focuses that most of these people are kind of useless. Also, we need a fire extinguisher because there's a fire in the fire department. Oh, bar is this direction.
All hours are happy if you're drunk.
True. This bucket would be great.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Yeah? You got a warrant to ask me a question?
I don't need a warrant to ask you a question.
That's so. Well, I know my rights, so don't go asking nothing I don't want to tell you.
Okay.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I ran the bar. You want a drink?
No, I'm on the clock.
So what? My brother's the sheriff. He drinks on the job all the time.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Fucking traitors. Hating oil means you hate America. All of them should hang if you ask me.
That's a violent threat.
Yeah? Fuck them. If I see one of those little shits with a sign again, I'm gonna blast them to hell.
Alright.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Fucking traitor.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
Those smug globalist assholes. One day I'm gonna go down to that little trailer and give them all a lead surprise right in their fucking heads.
Are you seriously threatening to kill them?
Fucking A! I'll do it one day. You'll see.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Ha! Good riddance. That snobby bitch and her friends never drank here anyway.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I bet all those guys from her I Hate Oil club know her very well. They're all fuck the police types. You won't get much out of them.
And here you are, so helpful to the police.
You're welcome.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I know what's been happening. Those baby-eating lizards in Washington finally showed their true faces. You can listen all about it on the Face of the Truth podcast.
I meant about Tammy.
Who gives a damn about her?
Are you on drugs?
Just some Lobodins and whiskey. Nothing major.
So, yeah, you are. Okay.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It's a project built by a Canadian multinational conglomerate using Chinese loans. What could be more American than that?
The fact that we shouldn't be borrowing money from other nations just to build stuff. This is sad.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
Must be a rich asshole to waste bullets like that in this fucking inflation.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
I would have put out the fire if my dumbass brother, the sheriff, let me volunteer again. It wasn't my fault those Mexican fireworks blew up his dog. That's what happens when you don't build shit in America anymore.
Interesting.
Earl the mechanic would like his arm back.
Shit. I only took it as a joke. I was gonna give it back the next day. Then I went hunting in the forest. This huge fucking wolf comes out of nowhere. Can't fucking shoot the damn thing with all these animal protection laws. So I just left all my shit there and ran back to town. The arm wasn't there when I came back. The wolf must have. I swear I didn't throw it in the lake this time. I kinda like Earl, actually.
A wolf?
It looked at me like it knew me. Scariest shit ever.
Man, get the fuck away from me!
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
What?
Could you tell me your name and address?
I ain't telling you shit.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I ain't telling you shit.
Oh, you're helpful.
I don't know you.
Don't you look delicious?
The most useful person in the game, the one that shoos me away. Yes.
Don't step on a mine.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Fuck off.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Get fucked.
Okay. These are some pleasant people.
It's the famous Wolf Rock.
It looks depressing.
I wonder what's in there. I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
You look angry. Is something wrong?
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
You're not here to arrest me, are you?
Not yet.
Could you tell me your name and address?
My name is Aiden Long. I live at my parents' house at Moose Street. They're not home. Sorry.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I sell the lumber. I mean, I try to. My father was the owner of the lumber yard. Now, I just sit here.
What happened to your father?
Oh, they just packed up and moved to Thailand one day. Left me here on my own.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It was a quiet town before all that constructions and activists flooded in.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We used to date in high school. Then she left for college and never called. Not that I mind. It's okay. I got my own things going on right now. Lots of woodwork.
Right.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
I wish I did. I've been searching for her all over the place.
Have you?
Who would know more about Tammy?
I do, I think. We were really close once.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
It wasn't me, I swear. I know. I would suspect me too. People tell me that I have quiet murderer vibes.
How so?
Like I'm going to snap one day and just start killing unsuspecting women on isolated roads. I swear, I won't.
You're helping your case, bud.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They seem okay, but my dad said don't join them, so I can't.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
I try to not go there. All those heavy machines look dangerous.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
I don't have good hearing.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It's so surprising. She didn't even have a stove. How could something like that happen? Good thing she wasn't home.
How do you know?
I was just in the area and saw her leave the trailer. It's not stalking. I just check up on her sometimes.
Right. You're suspicious.
I'll never stop fighting for the environment.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Ah, the theater begins.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I bet you already have a huge file on me. The feds always do.
Why don't you refresh my memory?
I'm with the No More Oil Collective. We are here to stop the destruction of our town by the oil companies.
Could you tell me your name and address?
I'm Greg Williams, and I live at Old Mill Road next to this office. That's all I'm legally required to tell you. I know my rights.
That's okay. I doubt you have much information anyway.
Hey man, I have a ton of fucking information, okay?
Okay. What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's my town, and I'm not gonna let anyone destroy it.
That's very dramatic.
I mean that literally. Once that pipeline is finished, there won't be a town left. They're going to bulldoze the whole thing except for some lakeside houses.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She was our everything, man. The face of the movement. She handled all the media stuff.
Why the past tense?
Don't kid yourself, man. We know she's been killed by the oil goons.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Unusual? Man, They burned her fucking house down the same night she went missing.
What do you think happened?
Isn't it obvious? The oil goons did it.
Who would know more about Tammy?
What good is talking to you? You're just a tool of violence the capitalists use to oppress the working class.
And what sort of work do you do?
I tell the truth, man. It's a full-time job.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
It's way past suspicion, man. We all know that big oil asshole did it.
What makes you so sure?
Paul Stillman, the oil exec. He's been threatening us, sending his brainwashed goons to rip out our posters. I bet they killed her, man.
That's a serious accusation.
It's like Lennon said. You look for the person who will benefit, and bam, it's Paul Stillman.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
We are protecting the Earth. We're the last bastion of humanity against the corpo-fascist genocide.
Are you the leader?
We're an anarcho-syndicalist commune. You can't lead an idea. You can only share it.
Where is that from?
It's all original, man. I'm a fucking poet.
That's nice.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
They must have fucking shot her, man.
Don't jump to conclusions so quickly. Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It's obvious the oil company goons set that fire. It's a classic suppression tactic. They did the same thing back in the 20s.
What do they do?
They burned down my tent back in 21.
Ha, those 20s.
I'm never going back to Burning Man.
Do you have a license for that shotgun?
I don't have a license, but I've been getting death threats. Don't leave me unprotected, please.
So what do you think, guys? Should we let him keep the shotgun, or do we take the shotgun from him? What do you think, guys? I don't really know how to feel about this guy either. He's a bit jumpy. What do you guys think? Take it? You want me to take it?
I have to confiscate them.
Fascism strikes again. You might as well kill me yourself at this point.
Well, I can't necessarily trust you with it because you're kind of... Alright, I've taken it.
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
And it isn't fascism to take a gun from somebody who doesn't have a license for it. I can't believe the amount of labels and names people have been throwing in this game. Makes my brain hurt. Alright. So there's a fire. So there's a fire in the fire station. Okay, so we have to go to the woods. So where are we right now? We're right here.
Stinks like booze. This can fix a fuse box.
Those pigs can go through bone like a hot knife in butter.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Don't step on the crops.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Name's Enoch Griffin. Live right here. Don't call me Nucky.
Okay.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I don't bother nobody. Nobody ought to bother my pigs. Now go on, get it.
Okay. Know him down, focus. We got another important character.
Do you think I want to be in this town?
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
I can't stop you, can I?
Could you tell me your name and address?
Name's Mr. Stillman. Aw, hell, you can call me Paul. Since I can tell we're gonna be such good friends. I don't live in this town.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm an oil man. I have many wells flowing at many thousand barrels. Would you like to meet my deaf son?
Hey, isn't that from...
Just fucking with you. I'm not gonna quote your movie lines all day. What I do is make sure this damn pipeline gets built in time and on budget.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
Well, just about the loveliest place I've ever been to. Can't wait to visit again. That was sarcastic. You got that, right?
Yeah, so you don't like the place?
We should have moved on weeks ago. Now they're talking about canceling the project. Just because some kids with too much time on their hands needed attention they didn't get from their mothers.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Well, we are a great big family. She visits me all the time. You're wondering, would I be happy if she and that gang of anachronistic hippies just vanished into thin air? The answer is yes. Would I do anything about it? The answer is no.
That's kind of what I was thinking, yes. Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
It's been a pretty standard week for me. Unemployed yet surprisingly well-equipped group of activists are trying to ruin my life's work. Head office is on my behind about the missing deadlines. All my crew deserted me. You know, it's just Tuesday for me.
Who would know more about Tammy?
No idea.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
Not really. I don't know any of these people, and I aim to keep it that way.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They are certainly better equipped than my little group called How Will You Feed Your Family Without a Functioning Transportation Network? I admit, it's not as catchy as the one they have.
You don't like them?
They are the bane of my existence. This was a 2-week town. I've been here for 3 months. I had to rent a house in this dump because of... You know I haven't golfed in a month? A month!
Good. Golf is for old people.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It's the greatest public service American people have received since the railroads. If we ever finish it. Construction stopped since that girl went missing. The head office thinks it'll be a PR disaster if we don't do something soon.
Where are all the workers?
My trusted and loyal colleagues decided to wait at St. Newman's. They have better bars, apparently.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
From the pipeline? Really? Well, it must have been at night. I don't actually live in the office. Didn't hear anything.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It's a shame, isn't it?
No, it's no. Okay. Hello, Emily Moher. Welcome to the stream. We're playing Sammy Jukes Twin Lakes, and we're solving the mystery of somebody missing. And thus far, I've gotten nothing.
I just put a fresh pot of coffee.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
You came to the right place for lunch, dear.
Yikes.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Patty Williams. I live right across the diner with my husband, Earl.
What can you tell me about yourself?
If you're hungry, come see me. Best burgers in town.
This is... So basically, a girl has disappeared. An oil company has come in and is trying to build pipes through the town. And the town will end up being destroyed because of it. There are some activists trying to stop that from happening. We're trying to find out where if this girl has disappeared, ran off, whatever. And either people really haven't gone looking for her, except for maybe one person. The girl's sister hates her. Her best friend would rather her do videos with her because her best friend's an attention-seeking narcissist. And everybody else could care, either doesn't care or thinks she'll come back on her own. So that's what's going on right now.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
This place used to be packed during lunch. Now everybody's bringing a sandwich to work. They just don't understand a good burger. I've seen what they eat at those barbecue parties at the park.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She is such a nice young woman. She does all those paintings you see around town. I hope you find her soon.
Thank you, Catherine. I give the same to you.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
There was an awful lot of noise coming over from the construction site. Almost sounded like gunshots.
When was this?
A couple of days ago.
I'm sorry. I'm focused on trying to. So yeah, this girl's sister doesn't like her at all. Hates her, in fact, because apparently she spent all of the money that they had on art college.
Who would know more about Tammy?
My son Greg runs this club with her. They don't want anyone to use any oil. I only use lard anyway. Ha!
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
Could be anybody. Murderous hitchhikers, drug addicts, clowns in the sewer. You never know.
Clowns in the sewer. Someone's been reading Stephen King.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
That's my son Greg. He works there full-time, yet he's still unemployed. Isn't modern life curious?
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Awful lot of noise. At least they stopped for a couple of days.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
Yes, like I said, there was an awful lot of noise coming from there.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
Nobody really knows what happened. We don't have a real fire department. Sheriff said there was nobody inside. Thank God.
Scott says a wolf took off with a prosthetic arm.
Ah, Earl. He's always losing something. A wrench here and an arm there.
Okay. So yeah, the fire station is on fire.
This door is frozen shut.
I need a fire extinguisher or something to put out that fire. But I don't think the game's gonna give me something. Even a bucket would work, like a bucket. The game's not doing that.
Are you going to order something?
I don't know yet. I do need to get a drink. You're right about that, Catherine. I hate that. Okay. Who's talking? Oh, you're talking. I'm not sure if this person is a bot trying to sell art. We'll see. But to answer your, I will. But to answer your question on the kick end, I stream every day except Sundays, sometimes Saturdays, depending. And this is the latest game I'm playing right now.
Gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
I swear it wasn't me. I have my drinking under control now. My days of shooting up the moon are over.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
We don't have an official fire department. Unfortunately, not a lot of people volunteer for it these days. I would do it if it weren't for my bad back.
Did you inspect the ruins?
Sure did. Not a sign of a person. Case closed.
What caused the fire?
The flames?
You're useless.
Can I help you with something, Detective?
No. You can get a life is what you can do.
Don't try to rob me. The vault is empty.
Wow. Where's the trailer park? Pipelines over there. I don't even know why I marked this trail, but what am I even doing in here? It was at the end of Williams Road. So here-ish.
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
Maybe the other end of the Williams Road?
Tammy's paintings were taken out of their frames. Tammy's paintings were taken out of their frames.
Fridge has been left open. That's a crime in and of itself. That's weird. Okay.
Tammy was admitted to rehab.
No. This Diego person is very interesting. Whoever Diego is. Okay. So Karen also lives at the end of Williams Road, which we're standing on right now. I really would love a bucket.
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
No problem. I don't know. I don't understand here. The game says that Karen is also lives at the end of Oh. They're both the same. Never mind. I'm an idiot. That's what I get for overthinking things.
Where'd you park your car?
I have more.
Well,
what do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
that's ridiculous. Tammy never did any drugs. My wife's niece manages that place. Go ask her if you don't believe me.
Some of Tammy's paintings are missing. Have you seen them?
I don't know. She has so many of them, and they all look the same to me.
Some father you are. This guy.
No more oil! No more oil!
Oh, no.
I have more. What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
My Tammy doesn't do drugs. That must have been a mistake.
I found the documents at your house.
I'm telling you, it must be a mistake.
Maybe she never told you about it?
It's not possible. She told me everything.
Some of Tammy's paintings are missing. Have you seen them?
Her friend Samantha took them. She needed them for some project they were working on.
All right. Right, so where's the rehabilitation center is this way? Are her parents... Whether her parents are in some severe denial or something else is going on here.
Do you need help?
Shh, everybody needs help in this day and age, lady.
I have more. What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
You're not supposed to ask that. It's a local town business. Plus, like, you can't come in here and dig around. You'd need a warrant for that, and you can't get one. It's super complicated and very hard to get.
I can get one pretty easily.
Just don't. She's not here, I promise.
I'd like to see for myself.
I'll be right back.
Looking for me?
Yeah, I'm looking for you, because guess what? I got a warrant, and you're going to cough up what's going on, lady.
I have more questions.
You just can't stay away, can you?
You're adorable, but no. Guess what?
Angela Carter, I have a warrant to search your house and workplace.
You just want to see where I sleep, don't you?
Well, I have suspicions that you're hiding evidence.
We'll see.
I said that sarcastically.
The door is controlled by the keypad.
Alright, she's going to cough up the code.
I knew you would return.
I have more questions.
You just can't stay away, can you?
What's the code to the back room?
Oh, it's just an empty room. Don't waste your time. Go have fun. Do something else. Live your best life.
What's the code to the back room?
Oh, it's just an empty room. Don't waste your time. Go have fun. Do something else. Live your best life.
Alright. I'll be back.
Step.
Oh, fight me.
What?
Miss Cash, do you have Tammy's paintings?
I never saw them. They're not like in my house or something. That's totally a lie.
Are they in your house?
I just told you they're not. Don't go poking in there, okay? I have some really important stuff.
That important stuff wouldn't be paintings, right?
How would you even know that? Go away.
What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
That's like such a celeb move. I should do it sometime.
What are you addicted to?
Being amazing.
Right.
These people.
Our town has seen better days.
I have more questions.
Of course. I'm
Yes.
always here to help.
Yes, Catherine.
Deputy, I'd like to get a warrant to search Samantha Cash's house.
Okay, the judge issued the warrant. You must serve the warrant to the person you want to search.
Yep. Let's go back to dear old celebrity here. You know that there's a cost to being a celebrity, little creature. It's called how do you know how many eyes will end up on you? How exhausting it gets. Do you know that if you make one wrong move, you will end up. Yeah.
When will this rain end?
Never.
I have more questions.
What?
Samantha Cash, I have a warrant to search your house.
Oh my god, why? You pervert! Stay away from my house.
I just want to take a look at the paintings. If you show them to me, I won't have to search your house.
Wait until my mother hears about this. You'll be a janitor by Monday.
Suit yourself.
Oh. Magic 8 ball. Angry 88. 8. Number 8 is everywhere. I got a team for closing doors behind me. True, Catherine. True. So... maybe the reindeer means something too? So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4... So 8, 8, 8, 8. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. There are a lot of cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cats. 1, 2, 3, 4 starfish. See how empty these places feel. Eight, 7, 4. It's just 8. What a password. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm writing
So Tammy wasn't in rehab after all.
I paid you what it is for 14 days. The exact time I assume cover fees. Blah blah blah. Okay. I know, how dare she flirt? How dare. And she thought I wouldn't be able to get in. Well, guess what? I am an awesome detective. She doesn't know what she's dealing with. Plus, I've got Detective Majesty with me. She doesn't know what she's dealing with.
You don't look like you need rehab.
You do.
I have more questions.
You...
It seems that there are a lot of discrepancies in your financial records.
You're so nosy. Oh my god. You're like a peeping Tom. Okay, whatever. Tammy wasn't in rehab. I mean, maybe she should have been. She took pills from time to time.
You've been scamming the town?
It's not all a scam, okay? I did try to help people. There just wasn't enough of them to make any money. If you're really angry about drugs, just talk to Dale Jr., who lives in the woods behind us. He supplies everybody, including Tammy. You could forget about those males.
Okay, I'll check him out. Dale Walker Jr., I have reason to believe you sold illegal drugs to Tammy Taylor.
That's a libel, slander, and a defamation rolled up in a single joint, man. I've never seen that messy-haired, long-faced chick in my life. It's not like I'm inviting all them girls to my trailer. They find me. They can't stay away. What am I supposed to say? Get out, bitch? Shit, you'll never catch me doing that. I'm a gentleman.
Fine, I'll just get a warrant and search your trailer.
Man, you're violating my civil rights.
And proud of it. I'll be right back with my violation of your civil rights.
I wish I had an exciting life like yours, Detective.
No, you don't.
I have more
You wouldn't do anything. You wouldn't do
Of
anything.
course. I'm always here to help.
You wouldn't do a thing.
Deputy, I'd like to get a warrant to search Dale Walker Jr.'s house.
Okay, the judge issued the warrant. You must serve the warrant to the person you want to search.
This judge works on speed dial. Judge is the most useful person in this entire town.
Dale Walker Jr., I have a warrant to search your house.
That's knowing a champ. Right. Sure. Sure, bud.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
You want me to take a look at your car?
I have.
Shoot!
Scott says a wolf took off with a prosthetic arm.
Those damn wolves again. I bet we can still get the arm. That thing is very durable. There's a place called the Wolf Rock in the forest. That's where the wolves hang out. Put a chicken there as bait and wait for the wolf to come. It'll lead you right to its death.
You want me to hunt a wolf using a chicken to get your prosthetic arm? Does that sound like detective work to you?
I know it sounds kind of silly, but I swear it's going to work. Then we can go on all kinds of two-armed adventures together. Solving crimes, repairing cars, holding a fork and knife at the same time. You name it.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
The Wolf Rock is located out of town. Just follow the north road and you'll see it after you pass the farms. Chickens across the red farm belong to our family. Grab one on your way there. There's a huge sign that says Wolf Rock. You can't miss it.
I like this. I like Earl's optimism. I like Earl. He's kind of cool.
Hey fella.
Can do two-handed things like holding a knife and fork. I love his optimism.
Don't worry, little guy. You won't get hurt.
I have a chicken in my inventory, guys. Somehow I stuffed a chicken in there. Don't ask. It's science. Science that scientists left us science for all of sciencey eternity.
I wonder what's in there.
That's some funny-looking wolf.
The fox ran this way.
What?
It's Earl's missing arm.
Well, that was painless.
Light rain is the best.
I have.
Shoot.
I have the prosthetic arm.
I can't thank you enough.
I have the
You sure did. It's right where it belongs.
No thanks.
Okay. Now what?
I have more.
Shoot.
If you're such an expert, you get your clown ass down here and I'll return to the office.
We found the prosthetic arm. Now I'm just looking around because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now. Because I need something like a crowbar because there's a wall. I found a wall. I need like a crowbar, and I also need oh.
Well, I can dig holes with this.
Okay, good. I have a shovel. I know of two places that need a shovel. A shovel.
Well, tell Janet to go fuck herself.
But yeah, I'm just, let's see. There are two places I know that need digging. One is at the baseball field, the other is at the cemetery. And we're not that far from the cemetery. It's alright, baseball field.
Someone dug these recently. Someone dug these recently.
Or not. Okay. Alright, then cemetery is down here. So it's just a straight line. This game confuses me. Like, I like making progress, but then progress is very much halted. I didn't look very far in
I'm
here.
gonna turn the music up louder.
Good. Can I have one of your buckets? Seriously? Wait, where's the cemetery? Yeah, I knew it.
Tammy's paintings were burned. A burnt-up device. Tammy's paintings were burned.
Yeah, I figured there was a bomb because they said it. Yes, yes.
I can pry open doors with this.
You can do more than that. I have a crowbar. Finally, where are the head crabs?
Can't do that.
Huh? Interesting. Because someone said there was an explosion. Someone said it went up in flames, so, We need to go back to, Deal. We were so lazy on the investigation in this town. It's no wonder someone blew something up here. Because they knew no one would care to look. So much carelessness.
Man, get the fuck away from me!
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Wait. I know I can pry open with that. It's the post office. I can go to the post office. That's right. I can go to the post office because there's something on the ceiling.
A trapdoor for roof access.
Okay, well, do something about it.
A trapdoor for
No
roof
more
access.
oil! No more oil!
For goodness sake, what do I do?
The post office is closed.
We've come so far, and I don't know.
I hate my life.
I have more.
Please.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
I don't care about that.
don't look rich.
Can I help you with something?
I have.
Of course. Can't help you there. Sorry.
You are useless. What
Shut
about
your
your
door on your.
I
What
have.
about your contemporary?
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Damn it! Why did you remove that? You're supposed to put a yellow band around it and don't touch it. I don't even want to look at it.
Did you investigate before putting the yellow lines?
The forensic experts will be down here in a week to take a look at it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Sure,
The
boss.
sheriff says I can take his job when he retires.
What if it's too late?
I have. What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Nothing helpful.
What are you snooping around here for?
Oh, reasons.
I have. What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Nothing.
I have more questions.
I need to concentrate on my victory speech.
Sure. You do that. Politicians. Do they purposely make themselves to where you just loathe their existence?
Do you need help?
Do I want to talk to you?
I have. What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Not much.
Actually, maybe that military guy will know something. Even though he's gonna, we'll see. I really want to put out that fire, but I don't know how. I don't know what this game wants from me.
You look like you... Well...
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Well. Now you fucking need me, huh? I know exactly what that shit is. Tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. My dumb fuck brother stole my fireworks. You get them back, and I'll tell you. Tell him to shove that star up his ass while you're there.
I could just arrest you.
I won't tell you shit if you do that.
I'll think about it.
Our town has seen better.
I have.
Of course.
I bet you were talking back.
I have.
You.
Sheriff, I'd like to take some fireworks from your evidence locker.
I took him away for his own good. If you really want him to lose a finger, go ahead. I forgot the evidence locker code a while back, so you might want to call a locksmith or something.
Wow.
Can't do that. Can't Can't do that.
Well, when was...
This is a private area. Can't do that.
Alright. It's time to do some looking up. So, interneting because I have no idea now what to do. This game is going to give me a headache. I like this game. There's a lot of running around involved. This game has had me running all over creation.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
I never should have joined this shit.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Dude, you finally came. Dave Walker. I live in the fucking trailer park, man. The green trailer's mine.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Chained myself to this fucking pipe until Tammy's found, and nobody can find her. Fucking asshole Greg was supposed to free me. He says he lost the key. I'm deep in mud, I'm wet, I have a fever. You gotta help me, man.
How?
Find the key, man. I'll do anything you want. I can help you find Tammy, for real. Just let me out of here.
I'll see what I can do.
Greg's at the No More Oil office. Go straight from here. Then turn right to the main street. Cut right through the post office. It's this shitty trailer. Man, I'm great at directions and shit.
Yeah.